everyone, it's Melody Lane.
You are watching Melody Lane. With me you're gonna have a great crafting time.
And today we're going to be making an anniversary card, and I'm going to use the Cricut adhesive foil. So it already has adhesive on the back, and we're going to be doing 2 colors, and we're making a card. We're going to use vinyl on the card. And it's another pop-up panel card. This is the transfer tape I'm using, and it's for George and Ken. So I sliced their heads off in Cricut Design Space after I uploaded their PNGs for the paper crafts by 2, and I'm going to add them to the card. I thought it would be fun. So I have already cut these out. I used Cricut paper for everything. So this is the part that folds and makes it pop out. I have this file along with hundreds of others for everybody who supports me on Patreon for $1 or more. The base file is free, but the happy anniversary is a Cricut image. So if you don't own that image or have access, you might have to purchase this. But I have the base card for free, and you can add anything you want to it. And I have lots of other ones also. So first we're going to start with this. I had the Cricut cut this out and score it for you. All you have to do is bend it in half. And if you can't see the score lines before, if you start to bend it, then you can see them. Okay, and I'm just going to use my Cricut scraper as a scoring tool. And then it folds this way. And you start to fold it, and you can see the score lines. And then the other way. So then you have it like this. Then you kind of just pinch the edges here, and they fold in like this. See how that works? Then flatten it out. And that's the part that helps you pop it out. And here, I sliced this image out so you can see through it, and I had this written on here with a gold. And I had the Cricut write this on here with a Cricut gold pen. I had the Explorer write this on here with a Cricut gold pen. And then this is the base of the card also. Let's go ahead and fold that up. And this is Cricut paper, so it's textured on one side and smooth on the other. I have this gold piece, which I'm going to be putting on here. And then this is the piece that's going to say happy anniversary and pop up. This has 3 score lines, 1 in the middle and 1 on each side. First, before we score it, I'm going to go ahead and put the adhesive foil on it because I think it'll be easier while it's flat. So let's move everything else out of the way. And I have this here. These pieces are not going to be on this. This is going to go on the front and inside of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. The adhesive foil does need to be weeded. I weeded them with this tool. This is a newer tool. This has a very pointy tip. Here's the regular weeding tool. You can use this also. This one's a little bit sharper, and I found it easier to use. If I didn't have this one would work just fine, but I prefer this one. And all I did is I just kind of stabbed it and picked it up and pulled out all the insides. As you can see, some of the stab marks on the white. I'm also going to use this tool to try to get the transfer paper off. I like the Cricut transfer paper because it is so clear, and the squares might help too to keep it straight. So I'm going to burnish this on here. I'm putting my lid to my scissors underneath this, so this won't completely stick to the table. I'll have a place to stick that off because I did cut that backing off, and I'm using my large Cricut scraper to scrape this on. And when I put the adhesive foil on the mat, I also use the scraper to push this down and get any bubbles or bumps out, so it would also stick to the mat and cut properly. So I'm burnishing this down, and burnishing just means pushing it down so it'll stick to the transfer tape. And the easiest way to get this to stick to the transfer paper is to lift this off. I'm going to turn it over and do it this way. There we go. And this is the bottom layer. So I'm gonna try to get the H at the top and the M kind of straight in the middle. There we go. It's not perfect, but I think it'll be good enough. You do not have to burnish this down a whole lot because it's on paper. I'm gonna burnish it down once I get the transfer paper off. So the transfer paper does not stick to the paper. See, and I barely press this down and it's sticking on there. If it has any bubbles, try to smooth them out. I did not get this on the transfer paper perfectly. So it's just a little off, but it's handmade, right? Like I say in all my videos, I don't get anything perfectly. I try to inspire you to get it perfectly. All right, so there's the happy anniversary. Okay, guess what our next job is? It's kind of hard. Now we have to get this happy right on top of that happy. Who's betting on if I'm gonna get it or not? I have a feeling I'm not. This, top of there. Burnish this down. And I'm gonna flip this over. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this right on top of what's already there. Is that gonna work? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I think I did it. Not gonna press down really hard because I don't want the transfer tape to stick to the paper. Wow. I am amazed. I'm sorry for those that I disappointed. I thought I would totally mess this up because I totally thought I was gonna mess this up. Wow. How did I do that? That wasn't even hard. Is that not beautiful with this Cricut foil? I'll put a link to where you can get this Cricut foil in the description of the video. This is the stainless gold and stainless silver. There is regular gold and regular silver that is like a mirror. So it's like really shiny. Okay, let's go ahead and fold this on the score lines. It's kind of hard to see the score lines, but we're gonna fold it in half this way. This one. And in case you don't have a score tool or you didn't score it, this is just folded in half and then fold these back in half again like that. And I thought that I had welded these together so they would stay together, but they're not. But in the file I share, there's gonna be some welding here, so these will stay together. Otherwise, this kind of gets left out of the way. So when you get the file, this will be welded. I thought I did, but maybe I forgot to save it after I welded it. Okay, let's get the rest of the card together. Okay, got this folded. And I'm just gonna fold it down one more time. Sure, that's good. And I'm going to put this on here. I'm not gonna lay this one flat. I think I want it to poof up a little more. So we're gonna put glue here and here. And in the file, I have written on here, glue here, glue here. So that's where you glue it. I didn't put the pen in, I just used the score tool. So you can't really see where it says it. So I'm gonna add a little glue here and a little glue here. And we're gonna glue the bottom of this down here. So I'm gonna glue that down, line those squares up right there, push that down. And then line that square up right there. Now you're not going to have glue on these corners, only on these corners. Or you can put them only on these corners and not on these corners. So I probably should have put the glue here and here, to the opposite corners. And then when this folds up, it's going to fold like that and like that. And then we're going to press this down again to make sure it folds really well. And then it's going to pop up like that. So it will fold and close, fold and close, open and close, open and close. All right, so now it's time to put it on here. So I'm only going to put glue on one edge here. And I'm going to line up this point right on the center of the score line here. Try to get this straight. Is that centered there? Yes, it's on that line. Let's get it centered. Okay, that looks good. So now we're going to fold it over like this and put more glue here. And then I'm going to fold this over. There we go. Happy anniversary. Okay, we're not done yet. Oh, and that's not straight either. Let's rip that off. Let's try to get this straighter. There. Okay, now I'm going to put one of these. I'm going to take the transfer tape that I've already used. Put this down here. Okay, and then I'm going to stick this one up here. Maybe about right there. You can stick it anywhere you want. Remember, don't press down really hard with the transfer tape. I'm going to use the back of this to press it down. And then we're going to do the gold one the same way. And I have used the same transfer tape on the whole project. Let's put it about right here. Doesn't want to come up, so I'm going to take it up from a different angle. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let's do the front. Okay, the front, this I'm going to put on the front, and I'm not using transfer tape. I'm just going to put it on. And this is going to be hard to get it even, but I'm going to just try. And, oh, it's not even. Get all the bubbles out. But I think George and Ken will understand. So I'm going to put this on top of here, and you're going to see through that. So make sure I get glue there in each little part so that will stick down. I probably put too much, it's going to seep out. Maybe if I do this so it's not supposed to be even, do you think I can make it look like it's supposed to be that way? It's okay. You can laugh at it. Okay, so I'm going to put this one up here in silver. There we go. Okay, so the front of the card's done. It's not perfect. And the inside is beautiful, almost. Okay, let's put George and Ken in here. I'm just going to stick them like that, just to personalize it a little bit more. Aw, aren't they cute? The anniversary, George and Ken from Crafts by 2. If you're not already subscribed to them, you should go subscribe to their channel, youtube.com/craftsby2. They're so funny. And do lots of crafting videos. I promise this will be fixed when I share this file. If you want to get these files from me, all you have to do is support me with $1 or more at patreon.com/melodylane. I would love to see what you guys do with it. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you in the next video. But first, here's a shout out to a few of the people who already support me on Patreon. Belinda, Regina, Mona, Arlene, Teresa, Valerie, Fran, Donna, Robin, Gracie, Lisa, Sheila, Donna, Richard, Rosemarie, Sharon, Angela, Davina, Deidre, Devon, Fern, Michelle, Ken's Creations, Lynn, Jason, Marianne, Dorothy, Debbie, B, Peggy, Donna, Janelle, Leslie, Regina, Jane, Sally, Joyce, and Craft Spy 2.
You are watching Melody Lane. With me, you're gonna have a great crafting time.